Marketing today is complex and challenging, and most marketers are doing a lot of things right. You're running email, SMS, and automations, you're tracking performance, but managing all these pieces can feel cumbersome and leaving you having to prioritize where to spend your time. Additionally, the challenge isn't a lack of data, it's connecting, interpreting it, and having the time to do so. This can lead to missed opportunities and lost revenue. For example, email performance may live in one report and SMS performance in another, making it difficult to compare how each channel contributes to engagement or conversion as you look across an entire campaign. Without a unified view, it's hard to answer practical questions like which channel performs best at different stages of the funnel, and how should that influence strategy? Analytics needs to help not just by showing metrics, but by helping interpret what they mean and what to do next. This is why modern analytics supports a full decision-making journey. Reporting establishes a baseline, how your funnel performs, where customers engage, and where they drop off. But just understanding past performance isn't enough. Prediction helps you look forward, identifying who is most likely to take action, when timing matters, and where risks or opportunities exist. Action is where insight becomes impact, whether that is optimizing strategy, setting up automations that drive ongoing revenue, or personalizing engagement based on what the data is telling you. Today, we are going to walk through this progression from reporting to prediction to action. So let's start at the foundation, reporting. Before you can predict or personalize, you need a clear view of your funnel and engagement across channels, email, SMS, and automations in one place. That means connecting marketing activity to outcomes from your online store. With integrations across Shopify, Wix, and WooCommerce, e-commerce data becomes part of the picture. So engagement, conversions, and revenue can all be analyzed together. For example, seeing how email supports early engagement while SMS performs closer to checkout can directly inform how you sequence campaigns and design your funnel. Nicole will now show you the marketing dashboard and how it brings everything together.
All right, let's set some context here. The marketing dashboard gives you a unified view of engagement, conversions, and revenue across email, SMS, and automations. Instead of reviewing separate reports, you can easily compare how different channels and campaigns contribute to conversion. Plus, since Mailchimp is the delivery engine, the data is fresher and more actionable than a third-party business intelligence tool. The dashboard also surfaces insights that highlight patterns, helping you understand where to double down, where to adjust, and how to evolve strategy. Let's jump in and see an example. All right, here we are on the marketing dashboard. We should have had an outstanding month. I've really ramped up the volume of campaigns, but it's not translating to marketing attributed revenue. Let's see which campaigns are not pulling their weight. Okay, I can see that how-to emails are driving the most orders, but they're not getting a great open rate. I wonder how the funnel compares for these campaigns. All right, so when I come down to the funnel, I can see that these campaigns have a strong conversion rate, but they aren't landing with the right customers at the right time to get seen. Maybe instead of blasting my entire customer base with this how-to content, let me try targeting it to window shoppers. I could even try dialing in the timeliness of outreach with something like a browse abandon automation. I'd really love to send fewer big time-intensive campaigns. I mean, We can all afford to work smarter, not harder. Am I right? What's next, Jonathan?
Once you understand your baseline performance, the next opportunity is unlocking incremental revenue, not by doing more, but by being more precise and intentional. Predictive insights help surface where revenue is most likely to come from next and where it may be at risk. They help identify which customers are most likely to purchase again, which customers may be drifting away, and where timing matters most. That enables you to know exactly where to spend your next marketing dollar. And that's powerful because it shifts marketing from broad outreach to focused action. Instead of sending the same message to everyone, you can prioritize the customers most likely to convert or churn and engage them with personalized messages designed for that moment. In practice, predictive insights help you both protect revenue you might otherwise lose and capture revenue you might otherwise miss. You do this identifying which customers to prioritize and then enabling targeted follow-ups, such as a replenishment reminder, a win-back message, or an automated recommendation, and the moment it's most likely to make an impact.
All right, in the Conversion Insights dashboard, predictive signals like likelihood to purchase, predicted next order timing, and churn risk help you prioritize outreach to the right customers at the right time. We're using all that rich history, what email content they've engaged with, what they've browsed in your store, and what they've bought to illuminate future buying behavior before it happens. Let's take a look. Here we are looking at the predictions for our lighting brand that sells online. I can see that I have a healthy population of first-time buyers ready to convert. This is a great group to target content that goes from our broad brand introduction into maybe our category bestsellers. And I can target a campaign directly to them with a segment. And I've got an outlook into who is ready to repurchase and when, making them ideal targets for automated replenishment reminders. Let's set them up with an automation that reaches out to them 30 days before their expected date of next purchase. All right, but I've got a bit of a leak at the bottom of my retention funnel with this group who's showing signs of disengagement. They are who I should narrowly focus a win-back message before it's too late. Now I've uncovered these new strategies to drive sales and identified exactly who needs to hear from us next. But identifying the opportunity is only half the battle. The real magic happens when you stop looking at the data and start acting on it. Jonathan, how do we take these specific groups I found and actually get them moving through the funnel?
That's the perfect handoff, Nicole. This is where prediction naturally turns into execution. Once you know which customers are most likely to act or those most at risk, you don't have to wait. You can immediately take action by creating targeted segments or triggering the automations that we just identified. For example, a high likelihood to purchase segment might prompt an automated follow-up with personalized product recommendations, while a high churn risk group might trigger a re-engagement flow. At this stage, analytics is already driving action by helping you focus your marketing where it has the highest likelihood for impact. As analytics becomes more advanced, another challenge emerges, balancing time requirements and data complexity. Even when the right signals are available, uncovering deeper insights, connecting patterns across campaigns, or exploring new strategies can require significant effort and expertise. Instead of manual reporting and analysis, imagine an AI-powered chat experience that helps summarize insights, answer questions, and guide you towards deeper opportunities, such as refining strategy or setting up more sophisticated automations. More specifically, it can clearly explain what happened, why it happened, what that means, and what to do next. This can help you quickly diagnose impact, anomalies when things don't go right, and connect insights directly to action, such as creating segments, running A/B tests, and launching campaigns that can immediately improve performance.
Okay, what we're about to show you is the analytics agent. Okay, what we're about to show you is the analytics agent, which is something we're actively testing in alpha with a small group of customers today. We're letting you behind the curtain here. This information is intended to outline our general product direction, but represents no obligations. It's not a promise of future functionality and should not be relied on in making any purchase decisions. But rather, it's a look at how we're exploring ways to help marketers act on data faster. Imagine you could talk to your data. This is going to take intelligence that turns that fragmented data into insights, which saves you on manual work. Look at how the AI is able to take the last 93 campaigns and, after some thinking, deliver key insights and uncover new opportunities with data-backed recommendations. You can see how the output includes both immediate actions to improve campaign performance, plus long-term things to incorporate into your strategy. The goal here is obviously to reduce time to insight and support more strategic decision-making, not replace human judgment. Now to Jonathan to wrap it up.
When reporting, prediction, and action work together, analytics becomes part of the strategy, not just an exercise in reporting. It helps marketers decide where to invest, how to personalize engagement, and how to build programs that drive ongoing revenue rather than one-off wins. This is how analytics can support smarter strategy, drive stronger customer relationships, and build meaningful business impact over time. To summarize things, we want to leave you with the 3 key takeaways from today's session. 1, move beyond basic reporting. Stop looking at clicks in a vacuum. Use a unified view to see exactly how your cross-channel engagement from email to SMS is driving e-commerce revenue. 2, prioritize high-value opportunities. Use predictive signals like likelihood to purchase to focus your time and budget where the data shows the most immediate potential for ROI. And 3, turn insight into automated action. Don't let your data sit on a shelf. Trigger targeted automations like replenishment and win-back flows we discussed, so you're capturing revenue 24/7 without the manual lift. We are back live. So I hope those demos made the transition from data to action feel a lot more attainable. And seeing how an analytics agent can summarize dozens of campaigns into a clear strategy is a huge time saver and such an exciting opportunity the team is only early in exploring. So before we jump into your questions, just a reminder, when you submit a question, your name will be visible to everyone participating today, and you are providing this consent. So Nicole, let's start with a question for you, as I assume most actually will be for as the expert. For a business owner who's worried about data overload, how often should they realistically be checking their dashboards to stay on track?
Yeah, that is such a great question. And it's exactly why we built a quick snapshot of your entire program right into the Mailchimp home screen, so that every time you log in, you can quickly scan and monitor for what's changed. We've even got little red and green indicators, so it will draw your eye to exactly what needs attention. I think that's enough to really do your quick pulse check. But I would really like to see marketers spending, time with their program analytics in the marketing dashboard weekly. It's important to see those week over week trends so that you can adjust strategy before the month closes out. That gives you enough time to ramp up a campaign, change an approach, try a different content strategy, all of those things you need to do to drive sales. So about weekly is when you want that high level view.
That makes sense. And that's so great. You can make it really easy to find the insights and really easy to react quickly to change within the month and really drive impact.
Yeah.
One other one for you. For those who might not even have a welcome flow or automation set up, What is the first report they should look at tomorrow morning to find a quick win?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So every automation has a dedicated report page. And that's where you're going to go to see the number of contacts that are entering the automation and completing it. So that's your first stop, the automation report. Is this thing even working and reaching my audience? And that's where you're also going to get the high level engagement and attributed revenue. After an automation has been running for a bit, again, this is your week over week check. You should be thinking about how it performs in context of your entire program. So when you are on the marketing dashboard, you can see how that automation is contributing to conversions amongst everything else you're doing. So that's your second stop. First, automation report, second, marketing dashboard.
Awesome. And if a customer or if someone's worried about over messaging their list, what dashboard should they use to show if email and SMS campaigns are either working together or maybe cannibalizing each other?
Yeah, again, that's exactly why we built Marketing Dashboard, is to see all of your channels in one place. And it's a really good way to compare. We have that funnel experience so that you can contrast how a different channel moves your audience from sends to opens to clicks to conversions. And you can look at how the two channels work together to drive conversions, in our charts. So you can kind of set what you want to consider in your report, look at it all together. When we think about over messaging, I definitely want you to be looking at the mix of, when I'm thinking about engagement here. So which channels are driving, let's just start with clicks. Clicks and conversions are going to be your positive signal. And then you want to contrast that with the negative signal of unsubscribes. And so all of that is right there on the marketing dashboard, organized by channel, super easy to get a quick pulse.
Awesome. Maybe we have time for one more. So we'll let you really lean into your data nerd side of yourself. And the predictive insights, which I think are so exciting. So for likelihood to purchase and churn risk signals, how much data does Mailchimp actually need before those predictions become reliable?
Well, that's the great thing about our new modern approach to modeling and all of the amazing things that AI is doing for us. Thank you so much. Our AI scientists have set the minimum threshold as having sent one email to your audience. With that and the connection to your store, we need both. The connection to your store gives us an incredible amount of history, even if it's a brand new store. We can still see all of the browsing activity going on. Are customers adding to cart? Are they starting checkout? Those are super rich signals. And with that one email that you've sent, we know who is open and who is clicked, who is starting to warm up. That is really enough to set a pretty reliable propensity score. And that's what we use to power likelihood to purchase and churn risk signals. So it works pretty well for a new user and a new store.
That's great to hear. Immediate value. That's what we want to hear. I think that's all the time we have and are going to be our last question for today. But if you didn't get a chance to ask yours, or you really want to go deeper in anything that we covered, feel free to reach out. We're always happy to talk through your specific use cases. So a big thank you, Nicole. You were fantastic today. Thanks to everyone who joined us. And again, if you want more tailored guidance, the best next step is to connect with our digital sales team for a demo or a quick conversation. Our team is always ready to help you bridge the gap between data and sales. So that's whether you're looking to recover revenue at risk or automate your next replenishment cycle. We'll show you how Mailchimp Analytics can help turn that data into your most powerful sales tool.